Thank you for coming for my podcast. And this podcast is entirely for my sake. I have lots of doubts, and for the audience who have the same doubts. So let's start with your introduction. Where are you from? What you do, and what skills you learned?
So my name is Abhinav Gupta and I am 19 years old. I'm originally from Haryana. So I started coding, you can say, back in 8th class, I think. I
Okay.
started with Java. Before that, I used to HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all that. But primarily, I started with high level programming languages like Java in 8th or 9th.
Okay.
After that, I learned a bit more of JavaScript and React, etc. etc. Then JE came along, so I quit everything related to programming in 11th, 12th. Then last year, I joined Scalar School of Technology
Okay.
and started to learn Java and other things back. So now I'm currently working as a backend developer at AIS startup.
So,
based.
what skills you learned in Scalar, apart from before what you learned? What skills you learned from
So Scalar taught me a very good level of data structures and algorithm. Very good with them now. I didn't have knowledge about data structures and algorithm before coming to. I knew they existed, but never have done themselves. So
So yeah, actually, you learned few skills, few programming languages before coming for Scalar, and you started from 8th standard. But there are some people who started right now, like me. I started right now, and I'm learning Java, JavaScript. So, is it good to learn both the things at once? And one more thing is how to plan for that, how to plan a day, because a day makes week, week makes month. So every day I'm ready to work, but how to plan for that?
So what I think is it's entirely manageable to learn both of the things like JavaScript and Java. People, a lot of my friends started from zero coming at Scalar, and now they are in the advanced batch of DSA and even doing development in their internships at a very high stipend. So it is entirely manageable, I think. But you have to be very consistent. So what I think is you need to complete your class assignments as soon as they are given to you. Never miss a class and always prepare for your exams. So never leave your coursework behind. That's the main important thing. And anytime you that is left after your coursework, use that to learn one particular skill that you want to learn for now, and keep you can say building on that one after other. You need to learn skills and don't rush at it. Don't rush at learning a lot of things concurrently.
I understand.
Do one by one.
So next question is how to be best at one skill. Of course, you already said in the first question itself, but specify how to be best. Like you are a backend developer, and if I want to become a full stack developer, how to be best at that?
So the best is actually relative term. You can say you can be in the top 1% maybe, or maybe 5%, but the thing is there will be people always better than you.
Yeah.
That's what I believe, because they will have more experience than it's just how it works. So after maybe you have built some projects, I think you'll first learn the basics. Then you have built some projects. Then you build something that is being used by people in real life. I think that's what maybe count as a good development. And then you learn how to optimize things and how to solve more challenging problems that most people don't. That's how you become the best, I think.
Okay, that's fine. Like, and while studying, how to deal with the frustration, because we'll be learning Java, JavaScript, and there are other subjects coming in, and how to deal with that?
It's a very interesting question, because we also felt that way. Last year has been very hectic, very hectic.
Maybe this year is like a kind of moderate than yours. Yours were everything
kind of
gone
relative
very fast,
actually, not true, because we have to manage our internships plus college and our extra work also, and maybe participating in competitions like SIH, etc., etc. So it's not very easy as compared to last year. It just we have gone better at handling it. That's I will say. So the thing is, What was your question?
Like, yeah, on how to deal with frustration.
Frustration. So, it happens. A lot of times you will think you are not making any progress
Yeah.
or you are stuck, but just keep grinding.
Of course, like I'll be doing the same work every day. I'll be focusing, but I still feel
Actually, not the same work. That's
Okay.
very important. You will every day learn something new. Something exciting and something new will be happening every day. If you are
what does
doing
it mean? Like I'm learning JavaScript. I'm taking a course.
JavaScript is just you can say very big thing. You
Okay.
can't just say I'm learning JavaScript. You learn the fundamentals like how JavaScript work internally. You learn about closures. You learn about how asynchronous JavaScript works. Then you learn about the DOM. So these all things are different.
Okay.
They're exciting. I don't like JavaScript, but they are exciting things to learn.
Okay, how you don't like, but yeah, you feel excited. How it comes like?
So the thing is not liking something. There is a difference between not liking something and not doing something. I do like to learn new things. It's just that I'm not. I just didn't like how it is done or how it is used. That's
And let me give a statement of David Goggins. I like before doing this podcast, I just planned what questions I should ask, and I used to listen all the podcasts. But this is a statement. Whenever you feel something hard, like whatever the skill or whatever you wanted to do, I don't know if it is properly. I'm saying it properly, but this is how it is. So whenever you are taking a skill, but it is very hard, think that most of them are doing this and they are feeling the hard, and you need to do more work than them. Like think that everyone are doing the same work, and you need to think like even they are feeling the same, they are feeling the hard, and you need to do better on that. What do you feel on that? Like, is it right? What's your statement on that?
So I do kind of agree with it. Like generally, I feel something is hard. I do think it will be hard for other people too, because I will be a bit
Like
of
kind of agree, but
I will count myself as a bit on the early learner sky. So I think that generally I do feel like that. So what I think is whenever I feel something is hard, I generally try to break it down into smaller things and try to do it one by one. Again, I said I will be frustrated. Sometimes I feel I am stuck. I'm not making any progress. Like I was doing this course of Berkeley CS 162 operating system. I find that course very hard. Some things are very challenging, and still I'm not able to complete that course. But I'm still doing it. The progress is slow. It's frustrating. I hate myself doing that, but I know it will be beneficial in the longer run.
in the long
So
run,
I just keep doing it, keep grinding.
till now I asked about how to learn skills and how to handle with frustration and all those things. Now let's come to the main topic. What is internship and how it works actually?
So internships are, you can say, small kind of jobs maybe that companies provide. They are more like of learning opportunities, and also for the companies to get some people familiar with their environment and tech stack and their technologies, what they are using and their culture, so that they can turn the interns into full-time employees. And for the interns, it's an opportunity to get hands-on experience in the industry and learn how things are
How
built.
things work? Like they'll be having skill, but they are not familiar with the company's environment.
Yeah,
So that's what they'll
that
learn,
is
right?
one thing, and a lot of other things are also there.
Okay.
Not generally you know everything, as I said. So in these internships, you learn small things that you missed or maybe neglected when you were learning.
Okay.
But
Even in like kind of topics also. Like,
yeah.
Even topics also.
So in my past internship experience, I thought I knew how to do schema design, but I was wrong. So I learned a lot of things there. So it comes with experience. A lot of trade-offs and everything, you learn that during those experiences.
And how you got the internship?
My case is kind of interesting because the internship I was doing 4 months ago was here at Scalar only. So I was working under Naman sir. So he came in June and asked for 2 interns for building learning companion. So we are building something that the end goal is to have a companion, a AI companion for every single person that will personalize their learning experience.
Okay.
So that's what we were building. We shipped a lot of products there and everything. So I got this internship because Sir came here and gave us an assignment. He shortlisted around 10 to 15 people in the first round based on their GitHub and LinkedIn profile. After that, he gave us an assignment to solve. We have to make a chatbot with function calling, I think. He judged on us based on that.
Okay.
After that, I got the internship. I worked 4 months there, enjoyed the experience very much, and then quit. And I started working as an intern at a different place, which I got because of my connections. So that's where I connected.
Okay, like you were working from a 8th standard, like learning skills and got some more connections. But there, think of a person who have everything. He have skills, everything, but no network. How come he get an internship? But there is no proper college also. How do you
That's
think?
very, very problematic actually. You need to reach out to people on LinkedIn. You need to message, you need to network, you need to go to different conferences, hackathons, events, and meet people. Show them that you know your work, maybe post it on Twitter so someone might see your skills. You have to be out there for someone to see, because right now it's very hard to get a job without a referral or someone referring you or someone just making a leap forward for you, because otherwise resumes don't get selected. So these kind of things are hard for now. For me, I would say I don't think so. It might be journalized for everyone, because a lot of experienced people might find it easier, but as for a fresher, it is hard. And I think network is a very important role, plays a very important role in getting your first internship or experience.
And which skills can get you a job? Because like internships or not job, there are some skills which are already replaced by AI. They say that, and I want to know what is your context of that. Like, what do you think that whether they are replaced or not? And of course, like, what skills can get you a internship in programming, mainly programming, early internships?
Oh. A very difficult question also. So the thing is, most of the internship opportunities that we are getting at our college right now are mostly based on development. You know, a little bit of front end, you know, little bit of development. Your basics are clear. You know, a good level of DSA. You know, a bit about concurrency, multi-threading. You know, a bit about databases. So these are like the fundamentals you should know to get an internship. And I don't see a particular technology where you are getting more opportunities. That's definitely a trend towards MERN or Python. You will get a lot of opportunities there for now. Rust and Go are also there.
Basically, you are saying that based on the trends, what is going on?
No, I don't think so. Generally, you don't need to rush after one particular stack. That's what I believe. Diversify yourself. Like our instructor Pragi sir always used to say, be a T-shaped person. That means you know a little bit of everything and you are specialized in one particular thing.
You need to go deep into that.
One thing, become a person like that. And the question about AI replacing some of the jobs, I think most of the repetitive jobs will be gone. Like data entry or these kind of things will be gone. But engineering, building is still there. The problem on how to scale some things is still there. And I don't think it is going to be replaced very soon. AI is definitely a tool to help us to increase our productivity, but I don't see it replacing us very soon.
Okay. And how is your work-life balance before internship and after internship?
Work-life balance was shit, to be
Really?
honest.
Okay.
Really, I was working late, sleeping late, then waking up late. It was hectic, very hectic. Working five. So before internships, it was kind of nice. Maybe I had fixed working hours. Like get up in the morning. You have a class at 9. Maybe you will have it in the till the evening, like or 5 or 6, or maybe it was half day only.
Okay.
You will be finished by 12 or 1. So I have fixed working hours. I know class will end at this time, and maybe half an hour up or down. That's fine. So I knew I had to work only this time, and then focus rest on my work on myself. But during internship, it wasn't there.
Okay.
So I used to go to office at around 11, maybe leave at 11 or 10, something along those lines. Then come back at 5, 6, 7, 8, whenever the work was done. And even coming back, it wasn't like shut down your Slack or cut off all the work from the office. No, I was working till very late on some days also, like 4 in the morning or 2, 3 in the morning. So work-life balance wasn't very good, to be honest.
Okay.
But right now, the internship I'm working on, they have kind of fixed working hours. Do 8 hours work every day, then donate rest of your time to yourself only.
Okay. Of course, like you have lots of works, and of course it is hard to manage. Even I am just learning 2 skills. I am thinking that what should I do, when should I do, but how you manage things, how do you, and particularly like say how you manage sleep also, like how to plan for sleep, because that is the thing which I like. I don't sleep properly. I sleep at some random time. I wake up at random time. I miss classes. Of course, I cover all the topics, but that hits my health, that hits my concentration, and how to manage sleep and how to manage all the things what we are doing.
I don't think you should compromise on sleep. Sleep 7 to 8 hours every day. I think sleeping is very important because when we are learning a lot of new things every day, we are focusing a lot on, you can say, our development of our minds. So it's very important that we sleep and give our brains a bit of rest. So that's why sleep properly, eat properly. So what I used to do, like you are learning extra for yourself only, na? If so, always prioritize your health. Do remember that health is wealth. Nothing is bigger than your health. So prioritize your sleep every day. You need to remember that if my class is at 9 a.m., then I need to wake up by 8 or 8:30 at max. Then you need to sleep by 11 or 11:30. So you should be asleep by then.
Okay.
It's totally fine for some days to be
Like
up
grinding
late.
some days,
We used to do that too, but not every day. It's not good in the longer run.
So in my case, I do every day. Like I sleep very late and wake
Don't
up
do that. It's not good in the longer run. Longer run, you will face consequences. You will not be fine. Someday you will feeling very lethargic or very drained out. So that doesn't help your productivity. So like you were working hard to get more work done, but ultimately you will get nothing done. So it's better you sleep.
And one more thing, do you feel like some days you want to sleep but still you are unable to sleep? Do you feel in that way?
Unable to sleep in what case?
Unable to sleep means you done all the work, but still you are not getting sleep. You want to do still more work, which you need to do tomorrow.
To be honest, I think I'm a very organized person. I like to plan my week ahead. I like to plan my month ahead. I like to plan my day ahead. So I know this is the work I need to do. I always have more work than I am able to do in a day, in a week. So I'm always feeling, I'm always just leaving, you can say, behind my schedule. So that's fine with me, I think. I have, you can say, prepared myself, or maybe molded myself in a way I think I'm fine with whatever work I have done today. Now it's my time to sleep, my time to enjoy. I prioritize those things now also.
Okay. Do you have any tips to like sleep? My friend suggested to read book, and one friend suggested to like meditate or do something. Do you have any suggestion kind of thing?
I think you should exercise a bit in your day. Then I am mostly drained out at the end of the day. So I just hit the pillow and I'm gone. And I wake up around 7 or 8 hours later. So these things do help meditation and everything. But ultimately, if you are doing something physically challenging, your body will want to sleep. So that's my go-to for the...
Okay, so I got knowledge about how to sleep and all. Okay, coming back again into internship, everything. Now, how to build a team? We will be working with different people. We don't know who are they and how to build the connection with them.
So, having a very good friends group is very important. So, it does take a lot of time for you to figure out who are your good friends, who you want to be. That's fine. It took me a lot of time. That's fine. Once you figure out, then you will have a lot of very good people surrounding yourself. I hope so. Then you can ask them to be your team for, let's say, hackathons or something. Try out different combination, work out with different teams. That's how you build a team for your maybe small projects or something you want to do. But for your startups and everything, you still maybe need to find people based on their expertise. Not always you will have people with the things you want. Like, I want a front-end developer. Maybe I don't have one in my group. So I need to reach out to different people in other front groups or somewhere else to find that person. That's completely fine. You need to get to know them better and need to you can just spend time with them. So these things do take time, and I'm not you can say the correct person to answer this question because I'm still learning on this one.
And how is like internship at startup and internship at company? What is the difference between that?
While you are doing internship in a big company, you are maybe the pace of building is not very high there. While compared to working at a startup, the pace is very high. You are building something. You are the owner of a few things. From the day one, you will be engaged in the product that the company is building, and which is very exciting. But again, it's very hectic. So when you work at a startup, you are owner, or you are the owner of something. If something doesn't work, it's on you. So I was also on call in internship also. So that's first I've heard that even in internship you are on call. On call is someone that if anything doesn't work on that day, it's your responsibility to make it work.
It's in startup.
Yeah, it also happens at big companies. Like our teacher Deepak sir used to tell us about his days in Amazon when he used to be on call on Amazon. So it happens everywhere. And that's not the case, but in internship you will not have that role. But in the big companies, but in startups you may have. You may be responsible.
We need to even look at different things also.
You are not only doing a particular tech stack or maybe not doing a particular thing there. You might have joined as a backend developer. You might be also writing some front-end code or maybe doing some deployment also. You're maybe writing some test also. So in startup, it's very you can say hard to get one particular role. Generally doing a lot of stuff. Even though when I was working at Scalar in the internship, I was majorly doing the backend work. Maybe a bit of testing or something else, but not much. I was majorly focused on startups. Backend.
Okay. And what is the difference? What is the advantage of startup and...
As I said, in the startup, it's very fast-paced. You learn a lot of things. You have a hands-on experience on how things go into production, how things scale. So that's the advantage of being in a startup and being in a big company. The advantage is that you have a lot of experienced people around you which have done good stuff, and now they're building a very stable product with stable practices. Maybe in startups you may not write unit tests, but in big company you will be writing unit tests and testing everything before it goes out to users.
So basically, a startup you'll be learning everything, but in big companies you'll be having a guide, like more experienced people who will guide you properly.
In big companies you work with more, you can say, the traditional way of building something. You go through a lot of processes and learn a lot of good things like architecture, design. These things are also very important. And in the you can say startups, generally people are more focused on getting the product out there to people to see, for them to use. So it's not there maybe.
And like while doing an internship or a job, we usually forget to like learn continuously, learning new skills and all. Usually it happens like while working in job, okay, we are getting paid, this is what we need to work. Instead we don't focus on different skills and all those things. So how to learn continuously?
As I mentioned, like my work-life balance wasn't very like I didn't used to have time to learn new things on myself away from the company. But I was learning very good things at the internship itself. So internship is there for the sole purpose of learning. So utilize that experience. That's what I will say, because if you are at a good place, like doing internship at a good place, you will learn a lot of things. That's what I experienced with Scalar. I learned a lot of things there. So it was very exciting working with experienced people there. They used to teach a lot of things that I was doing wrong. They used to tell me that it's wrong, why it's wrong, how to do it. So I was learning there continuously. And if you are feeling like you're not learning something at your job and still giving it like in 8 or 9 hours a day, so you need to prioritize again. You need to maybe do work a bit less for the company and maybe a bit more for yourself.
More for myself. Okay. Last two questions: job or business?
Depends on the circumstances actually.
What do you
Not
think?
everyone will have the, you can say, liberty to start their own business right away. Some people might have some financial troubles that they need to sort. They need to support their family, so they will initially have to do jobs. But I do think that doing your own startup is very good. You are building something for you. You are not making someone else rich. You are making yourself
At the
rich.
end, I'll be satisfied for what I done.
Even if you fail, if your startup fails, you build something for yourself. You learn something for yourself. So that's good experience.
Next question is how to do a startup. Like, what is the core thing which we need to focus on?
I am currently working on a startup. So one of the people from Masters Union approached me. He's a student there. He approached me, let's make a startup. I pitched the idea and everything. We met up on a meet and etc. etc. So that's how it happened for my startup. So he, my co-founder, is, you can say, handling the business side, the marketing side, and I am handling the tech side. So there are always two things involved. You might say, let's build a product first and then maybe think about marketing and everything else later on. It works in many cases, but there are a lot of things to start a startup. It's not a piece of cake. Let's you have an issue that I have an idea, let's start a startup. No, that's not how it works. It does have some initial checks you need to do. You need to analyze the market. You need to analyze if someone else is doing working in that sector. What are their you could say perks, or what are their strengths, and what market you are playing. So a lot of work goes into analyzing that, and after that you think, okay, that is what I want to build. Now you have a lot of things on your plate. You need to manage the product, you need to manage the marketing, etc. etc. Not always you are going to code that product. Like in my startup also, I am not writing much code now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a front-end person who is managing front-end. I have a designer who is designing. I have two back-end person who are developing the back-end. I am guiding them. I know how this stuff works, so I am helping them out on what I want and how we should go about it.
Okay.
But I'm not initially doing that, you can say, the coding part now. So a lot of other things are also there which I'm still figuring out. So I'm not completely the best person to answer this
Okay.
question. I don't have a full answer for that because I'm still figuring out
Learning.
myself.
Okay, that's it. And I learned a lot about these all things: how to learn skills, how to do internship, how to do startup. Of course, startup. I'm thinking of to do one more podcast with you about startup. And yeah, so that's it. And thank you for coming into my podcast. And yeah,
It
just
was
say
nice experience.
subscribe.
Thank you. So like and subscribe. Thanks.
Thank you.